Hi CC friends and fellow parents. I hope this video finds you healthy and well. I pray for you all daily, and I pray that you are finding rest and peace in your homes. I just want to give a big shout out to some of my favorite little people. I miss their sweet faces. Hi Lydia and Ezra and Gabe and Lincoln, Bear, and Israel and Isaac. I miss you guys. You guys are so much fun to tutor, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So I'm going to start out with new grammar, and we are going to do our timeline. So first one is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And we are going to sign that as it is abbreviated NATO. So it's NATO. So that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And next is the Korean War. And we are going to sign that K for Korean and War. Next one is Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement. And we are going to sign that as MLK and the Civil Rights Movement. And then we have Jim and Elizabeth Elliot, missionaries to Ecuador. So we are just going to sign the E for Elliot, M for missionary, and we're going to rub it over our heart because they have a heart for the lost. And Ecuador is a flat hand with an E, and the E kind of wiggles back and forth. So that is Ecuador. Next is the Antarctic Treaty, and we're just going to pretend we're cold. Antarctic Treaty. Then the Vietnam War. We're just do a V and war. Next is U.S. astronauts walk on the moon. So we are going to do an R for rocket, and it's going to shoot up in the air, and we're going to do, this is for person, so you are a rocket man or person astronaut, and you walk on the moon. U.S. astronauts walk on the moon. And go ahead and sing the song and do the motions to those together. Next, I am going to do science. And science is, what are some ways light is observed? So, some ways light is observed is reflection, refraction, spectrum, wave, and particle. And we're going to do motions for those. So reflection is going to be like, a mirror. Refraction, then spectrum, wave, and particle. And a lot of times, all the kids need to really remember something is to remember the first word of it. And so for reflection, we're just going to talk about that Jesus Christ is the light of the world, and us as Christians are here to reflect him. And so when you think of what are some ways light is observed, think of ways that Christ's spirit and things are observed in this world, and we are to be a reflection of him. So again, it is reflection, refraction, spectrum, wave, and particle. Okay. Now we are going to do Latin, our first conjugation endings, pluperfect tense. Okay. And that is eram, eras, erat, eramus, eratus, erant. And I will sing that real quick. So, eram, eras, erat, Aramus, eritus, erant. First conjugation, pluperfect tense. Okay, and then we have coordinating conjunctions, and that is our fanboys. You should be familiar with these if you are in essentials, and they are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So go ahead and repeat them after me as I say them. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And I did this little fan for fanboys, and I wrote them in there, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And so what I want you to do is make one of these yourselves, and I want you to go around to every member of the family and fan them saying your fanboys. So I want you to go around and say for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And then I want you to tell each member of your family something that you appreciate about them after you tell them your fanboys. All right. And then for math, we have our commutative law for addition and commutative law for multiplication. So our commutative law for addition states A plus B equals B plus A. The commutative law for multiplication states A times B equals B times A. Okay, one more time. The commutative law for addition states A plus B equals B plus A. The commutative law for multiplication states A times B equals B times A. And one way that you can get that in and see it as a visual and kind of understand it a little further is you can do some addition and multiplication problems and show that if you exchange the letters for numbers, so 7 plus 3 equals 3 plus 7. So 7 plus 3 equals 10, and it is the same as saying 3 plus 7. And you can also do it, exchange it in multiplication. So 4 times 3 equals 12, which equals the same as 3 times 4. So the commutative law for addition is A plus B equals B plus A, and the commutative law for multiplication is A times B equals B times A. So go ahead and switch out those letters with some numbers and play around with that. Get a little extra math in. Okay, and then for history, tell me about the fall of communism. So in 1989, the communist dictators began to fall in Eastern Europe when Soviet General Secretary Gorbachev refused to send them military aid. Okay, so I'm just going to say it and you will repeat it after me. I'll give you a little space to repeat it as I say it now. So in 1989, the communist dictators began to fall. In Eastern Europe, when Soviet General Secretary Gorbachev refused to send them military aid. All right, and then I'm going to play the song for you so you can hear that a couple times. The communist dictators began to fall in Eastern Europe when Soviet General Secretary Gorbachev refused to send the military aid. 1989, the communist dictators began to fall in Eastern Europe when Soviet General Secretary Gorbachev refused to send the military aid. Okay, one more subject. We have geography. Okay, and geography is Oceania, and that is Australia, Great Barrier Reef, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia. And here it is on the Black Master. I'll see if I can try to get close enough for you to see it good. Okay, so this is Australia. This is the Great Barrier Reef. It is on the east coast of Australia. Then we have New Zealand, which is this series of islands right down here. Then we have Papua New Guinea, which is right here. Basically, you see Australia, and it's got almost like a little point going up. It's almost pointing directly at Papua New Guinea. And then the Indonesian islands are right here. Okay, so I'm going to go over it one more time on this map anyway. Australia, Great Barrier Reef, that is New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and the Indonesian islands. Okay, and then obviously you can see it labeled on this map. Australia, the Great Barrier Reef, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and the Indonesian islands right there. Okay. So what I have done, and my kids did, is I loosely traced the map. And I zeroed in down here, and I made sure I got as much detail as I could in that. Okay. And again, you can see Australia, the Great Barrier Reef, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and the Indonesian islands. Okay, and then I also did a key right here that is color coded, so you can see what colors those are there and how I colored it in over here. And I traced my Black Master on a window, and then I gave my kids this copy to trace on the window because it was easier for them to see this. And so here's Rowan's example. So that is something that you can do to get in your geography repetitions. So that is it for new grammar, and I hope this video was helpful and that you find it easy to follow, and I hope to see you guys soon. I hope we can hit up the park when this is all over and we can get together. So I will see you later. Bye.